welcome everyone to our webinar on studying mechanical engineering in Germany. Very demanded webinar, of course, very interesting one because we have, let alone the topic is very interesting. We have also guests, very interesting guests from 3 German universities presenting 3 programs. So I'm sure it will be super interesting for you guys. And I see from attendees already, some of them were waiting me to start it and to jump in quickly. So yeah, welcome from my side. My name is 𝘗𝘪𝘵, and today I will be a co-host / co-moderator of today's webinar. So I will be collecting your questions, dear friends, throughout the whole webinar. And then towards the end, we'll have a live Q&A session. After our guests do their presentations, we'll have some time for live Q&A session. So regarding the Q&A, you can already send your questions in the Q&A section, which you can see in the bottom part of your Zoom interface. There is a button called Q&A. You are more than welcome to already start sending out their questions to our guests. And you cannot use the chat, unfortunately, but I would suggest you and strongly recommend you to keep an eye on the chat because some interesting information will be shared in the chat as well. Long story short, let me now jump into my part of presentation. I also have a really short presentation for you, and then I will invite our guests to the floor. So just a second. Yep. So you see my screen. The topic is studying mechanical engineering in Germany, as I said. So about MyGU, who we are, who organized this webinar. MyGermanUniversity. What you should know about us is that we are Germany's largest database of English taught study programs. And on the left-hand side, you can see an excerpt from our study finder, where you can find lots of programs, over 2,300 programs, actually, both bachelor and master programs. And also we have now added short courses and language courses, which you can find on our website. So basically our mission is to help international students like you on their way towards studying in Germany. And our study finder is actually one of the ways of helping you guys on this way. The second way of helping you is through writing up articles. We have over 70 comprehensive articles on various topics ranging from rankings to uni assist. And on the left-hand side, you can see that we have a kind of a navigator with the help of which you can easily find the topics, articles on topics that you are interested in. And last but not least, the third way of helping you is through our webinars, which we have approximately 150 webinars per year. Also, we have now a new platform, a new way of doing it. Like we also have live Q&A meetings, and in total, it's maybe, I would say, even more than 200 now, webinars plus meetings per year. And our webinars are different, touch upon different topics like scholarships, uni assist, visa, or also we have subject webinars like the one that we are having today on mechanical engineering, or maybe on physics or mathematics, on biology, etc., etc. So the range of the choices are quite rich. And regarding our team, so we are based in Hamburg in Germany, but our team is quite international. We are based in different cities of Germany, but also outside of Germany. We have team members who are based in China, in Spain, in Brazil, etc. So yeah, we know what international means. Okay, now let me introduce to you our agenda shortly for our today's webinar. So as I said, we have 3 guests from 3 universities of Germany. So from Hochschule Rhine-Waal or Rhine-Waal University of Applied Sciences, we have Professor Dr. Peter Kisters, who will be talking about a Bachelor in Science in Mechanical Engineering. We also have Cordell from Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, who will be talking also about mechanical engineering program in bachelor level. And from a Technische Hochschule Rosenheim, we have Franziska Wohlfart, and she'll be talking about International Bachelor of Engineering. But before I hand it over to our guests, let me quickly tell you some things about studying in Germany. So first of all, there are two databases that I would like you to know about. So if you are more interested in German taught study programs, then I would say Hochschulkompass would be your stop. So there you would find over 700 degree programs for mechanical engineering, but only 50 of them would be in English or partially in English. But if you are more interested in English taught study programs, then MyGermanUniversity and our study finder would be your stop, definitely, because we have 83 degree programs for mechanical engineering in English. Out of them, there are 15 bachelor, 68 master, and yeah, over 60% and even 70% of them are English only, which means that you don't need to know any German at all. All right. Let me tell you about some things about subject pages as well. So for those who want to study mechanical engineering in Germany, but are not sure how this field works, this field of study works in Germany, what are the rankings of universities that are offering these type of programs, or what are the tuition fee ranges that the students would expect, what are application, admission, and language requirements that they might face generally, that when it comes to studying mechanical engineering in Germany, I would suggest to visit our subject page on mechanical engineering, where you can find all this information. And I think for those who are not very much into mechanical engineering in Germany, you would find lots of important information which you lay the basis for your further understanding. So I think it will be really helpful. Pro tip from outside would be, of course, that you should always look for the right university profile and study program, but we would recommend because many students do like that, but we would strongly recommend not to be guided only by fees or only by rankings or by city names. This is not always a right strategy, I would say. Of course, many students ask, okay, I want to study in Munich or in Berlin, and they think that these are the only cities where they can get really high-level education. But of course, it's not true. Yes, there in these two cities, you can get really, there are really good universities or University of Applied Sciences, and you can get high-level education, but there are numerous other cities or towns in Germany with really great universities where the education level is also really, really high. So if you don't find them in rankings, it doesn't mean that they are bad. It just means that maybe this ranking does not take into account some of the details that they should take into account, and some details that are important for you. You know, rankings can be really subjective. So yeah, don't prioritize very much the rankings. This is what I want to say, or other such kind of general things like city names. And last but not least, I will also want you to know about two types of universities from my side in Germany. So the first type is Universität type of university in Germany. And on our study finder, we have a filter with the help of which you can find, for example, mechanical engineering programs offered only by this type of university. And if you do apply this filter, you will be able to find 13 programs in this subject. And the second type of university is what we call University of Applied Sciences, and it has different words, different names in German, not really easy ones. If you go to a study finder and apply the filter, you will be able to find 38 programs in this or related subject offered by University of Applied Sciences. Of course, then you may ask, Georgi, you are telling me about these two things, but what is really difference between them? Should I worry about it? I would say no worries, because the main difference that I want you to remember, I would say, is in focus. So if you are more into research and theory, I would say that Universität would be more or less your stop. But if you are more into application and practice, then University of Applied Sciences would be your stop. This is the key difference that I want you to remember. And yes, so another last advice from my side, when you are searching for programs, be more flexible in terms of wording. Sometimes students are really strict in terms of the wordings, and they miss out some programs that actually have curriculum that are close to their background, to their interests. So in order to avoid that, try to play with words, and you will be able to find all the programs that are close to your interest or your background, etc. All right, that was all from my side. And now we move to the most interesting part of our today's webinar. And I said, we have guests from Rhine-Waal University of Applied Sciences. You can see where it is located, quite west of Germany, really, really west. Professor Dr. Peter Kisters, and he will talk about Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Let me stop sharing the screen right now and hand it over to Professor Kisters.
First of all, thank you for the introduction, welcome to the presentation of the Mechanical Engineering Study Program that we offer at the Rhine-Waal University in the western part of Germany, as you have seen on the map, so quite close to the Netherlands and quite close to the North Sea, so quite a beautiful piece of Germany, but not so many people living there. Yeah? So only 300,000 in this region, in this area. But on the other hand, this university is situated just or exactly in between two big, let's say, assemblies of cities. That's on the one hand in the Netherlands, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and so on, and on the other hand, it's the Rhine-Waal area in Germany, and altogether it's just 100 kilometers to these big centers from Cleves, and hence it is silent place on the one hand, but if you would like to have some fun, then it needs another 100 kilometers, and then you are in an area where you can enjoy your life. So mechanical engineering at the university in Cleves means you will be inspired by the passion of 100 nations. Why do we say that? Because this study program is, let's say, the students you will find in the study program come from quite a lot of different nations, because it's a complete English program, and we have people from all over the world, and hence you will meet friends or make friends from all over the world. It's not just one country or two countries. This is, in the end, from my point of view, it's a kind of a microcosmos that we can see here, and that's really worth to be there, to be a part of it. Let me go let me give you some numbers about the university itself. So the university is a quite new university, established in 2009, with staff approximately 500 people in total, with 113 professors, quite new labs, quite new buildings, quite nice atmosphere. And after, let's say 10, 12 years, we are already more than 7,000 students at the two campuses, one in Cleves, this is the one where I'm situated, and the other one in Kamp-Lintfort, approximately 60 kilometers away from the campus I'm talking about. So the entire university is divided into 4 interdisciplinary faculties. As you can see, it's a technology and bionics technology faculty where I come from. And then we have 3 more faculties with different focus, but we all work together quite a lot. More than 75% of the degree programs are taught in English language. And that means it's not the mechanical engineering alone. You're also able to have a look at other study programs, and you can also select some courses from other study programs if you want. To give you an idea of how the campus looks like, here's some pictures of the campus. On the one hand, you can see that there is water. So there's a canal going through the campus, and you can also see these nice white buildings. These are our faculty buildings, brand new. There's quite a lot of very modern labs in it. At night, it looks slightly different, but it's beautiful as well. And you can also see this old building here in the center, which is our library. And this has been kept from the port that was at this place before the university has been established. You can also see the Audimax, which is our building where we do all the lectures with you. And what is quite important, the homecoming cup. After the summer break, all the students come back, and then there is a big competition on the campus, and all of them are happy to be back on the one hand and celebrate the summer once again. So let us have a look at the study program itself. First of all, there are 2 guys responsible for the study program, and that's Professor Gebel, who is a professor for thermodynamics, and it's me on the other hand. And if you would like to contact us, you can see our email addresses, but it's not necessary to write them down right now. There will be a QR code in the end where you can get further information. We too are responsible for the organization of the study program, and sooner or later, if you decide to study in Cleves, you will be in contact with us. What are we talking about if we're talking about mechanical engineering? First of all, it's a study program called Bachelor of Science. Hence, it's not a Bachelor of Engineering that we do. Even though we are a University of Applied Science, our focus is on scientific working. Hence, this bachelor is applied on the one hand, but it's theoretical on the other hand. So we try to combine skills in this program that from our point of view are necessary for what you should be able to do in the future. You need a good theoretical background on the other hand, and on the other hand, you need the motivation to do applied things, to test it, to destroy it, to make it once again, and to go deeper into detail, to disassemble it again, and to assemble it once more. The standard duration of the study program is 7 semesters. All lectures are in English language. As said already, practical orientation on the one hand. In quite a lot of modules, you will find not only lectures, but also exercises and practical trainings that will take place in our labs. We've tried to generate kind of an innovative course content with a major and a minor in these subjects. Means in the end, you will not only be Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering, you will also have a minor if you want, for example, process engineering. Then you are an expert in exactly that field. As said, it's highly interdisciplinary. It's an international flair with fellow students from all around the world. And as said, you can make friends. That's quite easy here. And we have an internship semester abroad, which takes place in the, or a semester abroad, which will take place in the 6th semester. So even if you are from another country, you once again have the chance to go to a 3rd country, for example, to do your internship or to do your semester abroad. I come to that point a little bit later, once again. If we have a look at the content of the course, then it's kind of a mix or a combination of 3 parts which are important for us. On the one hand, we have that big toothed wheel, which is mechanical area engineering. Please excuse these toothed wheels are not really nice, but that is what PowerPoint enables us to take. Mechanical engineering is the biggest part of it, that's clear. But we combine it with soft skills such as cross-cultural management or conflict management, because we believe that this is a part of your daily business later on. You need to have the basics about mechanical engineering, but you also have to be familiar with how to work in teams, how to discuss and communicate with people from other countries. This is what has to be taught in the soft skills part. And additionally, we have this economics part, which takes place already in the 1st semester. So from our point of view, we always have to keep an eye on the money that has to be spent. And what comes on top to these 3 gears is a 4th one, which is sustainability, not shown here, but this becomes more and more important in our study programs. So this combination of these 4 different competencies that you will have in the end of the study program enable you to do a good job in a company, whatever the company is. If we have a look at the curriculum, then you can find some, let's say, common subjects for mechanical engineering. You can see there's a focus on math. So without math, no mechanical engineering. You need to have basic knowledge about and perhaps a little bit more deepened knowledge about mathematics. That's clear. We also have kind of a row here, as you can see, with engineering, drawing and design, advanced engineering design, product design, and finally a group project where you work together with your fellow students to realize a certain component, for example. All that is arranged in a way that one subject follows another one. Hence, the knowledge from the subject before is relevant for what happens next. That's quite important. It's not that you can jump from 1st semester to 3rd semester and back to 2nd. No, there is a kind of a sequence designed into the curriculum, which has to be followed. Another part I would like to show you, which is from our point of view important, is this focus field down here, where you can see there are 4 subjects in total. Hence, you're able to select subjects which fit to what you would like to do in the future. The competencies are more or less independent from these focus fields, but the theoretical content or the knowledge about the expertise in a certain field can be generated here. So again, I come back to that a little bit later. But this enables you to get a minor. Yeah, so you have this mechanical engineering study program on the one hand, but you perhaps are an expert in sales. Yeah, for example, if you would like to work in a sales department, or you are an expert in bionics because you like this combination in between machines on the one hand and what you can learn from nature on the other hand. So this curriculum is, yeah, let's say, clearly defined. Each of these cells in this table are worth 5 credit points. So in total, you collect 30 credit points per semester over 5 semesters, and then it's more or less done with the theoretical part. Certainly, it's not a fully theoretical part, but then it starts with something totally different, because then we go over to the 6th and 7th semester. If we have a look at our colleagues and at what they do, then we cover quite a large area of mechanical engineering subjects. It starts with materials. Yeah, so we have experts that look deep into the materials, that describe or develop certain nano modified surfaces, for example. We have these guys doing some electrical stuff. Here it's a bulb, but in the end, we're also talking about battery storage of energy, which comes on top. Yeah, so which is not pure mechanical engineering, but there's also a mechanical engineering part in it. We are having some tools, quite a lot of tools, to be able to calculate components with FEM, with CFD, which are tools to, let's say, to describe the flow of something, or which describe the stressing of a component. All that comes into play. You can see the pictures here. And also 3D printing, 3D modeling, as well as virtual prototyping is something that becomes more and more important in these study programs. And you can get the first, do the first steps into these fields and work in an, let's say, augmented reality lab to find out how things belong together, how to do, for example, a service on a machine which is not there. You just have this lab and screens, and these screens enable you to go deeper into detail. Nevertheless, it's also the old-fashioned production which is needed in the end. Yeah, so finally something has to be made, something has to be realized, and you can also go deep into these production department, welding, but not only the traditional welding, but also the spot welding, for example, which is necessary for mass production. So quite a lot of things that come together. And as soon as we talk about production, for example, it becomes clear that it is not only the way how to make it, but also the way how to make it cheap and sustainable in the end. And certainly we destroy parts as well to find out what happened to these parts, or what are the characteristics of a part. And this is also something applied. So you as a student will also be involved in projects where we destroy components just to find out if the material was okay, if the stressing was okay, and so on. Yeah, so we have big machines to do so. We have labs for material science to be able to go deep into the materials, and all that is possible. And as you can see, these large number of different fields that will enable you to find what is most interesting for you. Perhaps you come and would like to be an automotive engineer in the end. When you go, you will do something totally different, because you will realize that there are quite a lot of other fields which are much more interesting than the one you thought about in the beginning. The focus fields, once again, so I try to give you an example. Process engineering is one of these focus fields, and in that focus fields, some others are design, machinery and systems, simulation, validation, technical sales, and bionics. In this process engineering focus field, you will have 4 more subjects which are close to process engineering, which give you further information about how to handle these systems. And finally, you get the major in mechanical engineering and a minor in process engineering. That is what will be on your certificate in the end. The 6th semester is, there we have 2 options. On the one hand, you can do an internship in a company, for example, a company in Germany, This is recommended if you want to start your career after the bachelor study program and you would like to do a thesis, for example, in that company and start as an engineer there. And the option number 2 is a semester abroad, means not in Germany. It can also be a semester in your home country. I don't know if it makes sense, but it would be possible. That is, from my point of view, a really good alternative if you would like to go deeper into research and development, and try to follow a more theoretical approach. The entire study program ends in the 7th semester, where there is a preparation, where there are some preparation workshops for scientific writing and scientific methods, finally the bachelor thesis and the colloquium, and then it ends. Yeah? So again, 2 semesters, which are more or less completely individual. So it is not guided by us, it's more guided by you. You decide what you would like to do in that phase. So let me give you some more information about the application and the requirements. The application of the study program, which will be offered in the winter term, or which always starts in the winter term only, is usually until August. Yeah, so until then, you have to upload all the documents, and the deadline, as said, is in August. What are the requirements? Normally, you will be in contact with our Student Service Center, and they will give you some further information. You will also be guided by an electronic process where you get to know what you have to upload and what is needed in the end. So what is needed at least, you need a certain academic qualification comparable or equivalent to the German entry qualification for universities of applied science, which is under normal conditions so-called Fachhochschulreife. As soon as you have Abitur, it's not a problem anymore. You also need to submit a proof of an 8-week internship, which takes place before the study program starts. That's the reason for that is that we would like you to get familiar with the mechanical engineering content, to see some components, to see some machines, to know what we're talking about, and to get the feeling for the stuff. And finally, the application process, as said already, is supported by a certain portal called UniAssist, where you have to upload all the documents and where you will be guided through. Another point, student fees. We are a public university, and hence studying at a public university as the University of Applied Science in Cleves will cost you around 300 euros per semester. What you get for this is a mandatory social service contribution, support of university sports, student representative body will be financed by doing so. And what is most important, a free transportation ticket for the entire state of North Rhine-Westphalia, which enables you to reach nearly every point in North Rhine-Westphalia without having a car. So it's 300 euros for the enrollment into the semester. So twice a year means 600 euros per year is what you need, but therefore you get the ticket, which is even worth more. What else has to be taken into consideration? There's an accommodation needed for you, but there are quite a lot of dormitories in Cleves, and there are also quite a lot of private flats that you can hire. Living costs in this region is approximately 850 euros per month. These includes expenses for the rent of the flat, food, clothing, leisure activities, and additional taxes and fees. So there is nothing else than that. Certainly it depends a bit on you if it is more costly or less costly. Yeah, so but 850 euros per month is what we calculate with and what we recommend you to have as a amount of money that is available. Okay, I try to do it as quick as possible. I'm not sure if I'm still in the time or not. We finally come to the personal requirements. So it will not work if you're doing this study program just because you think you can earn a lot of money if you're a mechanical engineer in the end. It needs some prerequisites to be able to do so. You have to be good in the natural science subjects. You have to be interested in STEM subjects, especially in math as well, because this is an important part. You have to be curious and motivated to go deeper into detail. Ideal is if you have some first experience with programming and computers, some experience with standard software tools. What is needed from my point of view and what is not given nowadays that much is a spatial thinking and sketching abilities, because sooner or later you have to do exactly that, because that's a part of our language. You also need language skills, which is more or less English in our case, but to be a part of the community in Cleves, for example, we recommend to learn German as soon as possible, because the guys in the supermarket, they will not be that familiar with English under normal conditions. Hence, you have to learn German as well. Creativity and perseverance and finding the best solution is what you finally need. And thinking outside the box and teamwork are really important parts of it. So finally, if I have to summarize it, it's not just a driving license. It's much harder than that, and you have to work harder for that. And this is what you should know. Yeah? So to just to do it because you believe you can earn a lot of money in the end is not the right motivation to do such a study program. Nevertheless, I'm sure that all of you can do this study program if they want, and if they are motivated and work hard for success. If you need some further information, then you can copy this or follow this QR code. There you will be guided to our webpage where you can see the module descriptions for the single modules I presented before, and you can also see some basic further information about the study program. And you can also find the contact address to get in contact with Professor Gabriel or with me. Thank you for your attention, and then I would like to stop now. Hopefully I'm still in the time.
Thank you very much, Professor, for a very informative presentation. You touched upon lots of important points, and thank you also very much, Doris, because you received quite a lot of questions and Doris already answered them in the chat. Thank you very much for that. And then I would say let's move forward. And let me now share with you my screen and introduce to you our next speaker, Alan Cordell. As I said, from Karlsruhe Institute of Technology. We are staying in the West, but moving quite to the South. So let me stop sharing the screen right now and invite Alan to the floor.
Thank you very much, 𝘱𝘢𝘵. Hello, everyone. My name is Alan Cordell, a representative of the Karlsruhe School of Engineering, the Mechanical Engineering College of the KIT. A big hello from sunny, funny Karlsruhe here in the southern part of Germany. I'm sharing my presentation. I hope you guys can see that. If you have any issues seeing the presentation or hearing my voice, seeing the video, feel free to reach out through chat, and I'm sure myself or the MyGermanUniversity team will be able to provide you with technical support. Without much further ado, let us begin. Let's talk about the Bachelor of Science Mechanical Engineering International Study Program taught here at the KIT, hosted by the Karlsruhe School of Engineering. So here we have this nice picture that I think greatly encompasses what it's like to live and study in the city of Karlsruhe. We are located in the southern part of Germany, about 1 hour away from the metropolitan city of Frankfurt and about 30 minutes away from the French border. Our city is, by German standards, relatively large, but it still has a bit of a student flair to it. The middle of our city is what you can see here. In the heart of our city is this nice castle that is located in the city gardens and park. Directly across the street from the castle is the building for the Karlsruhe School of Engineering, where the students in the Bachelor of Science Mechanical Engineering International Study Program can live, study, and work. That means the first thing you see when you wake up in the morning will be a picturesque German fairy tale castle. Your Instagrams will look amazing. Just a walk in the park away is going to be the KIT Central Campus. Here, you'll have access to the other departments and resources of the KIT, such as the cafeteria, library, research facilities, and more. Let's learn a little bit more about our program. But before we do that, let's talk about one of the benefits of living in the city of Karlsruhe, not only for the castle and the great weather, which we're well known for, but also Karlsruhe is a part of the tech hub of Germany. There's a lot of international global players here that are located nearby. If you're looking to work in Germany after you've completed your studies, Karlsruhe is a great place for you to begin your job search. Located nearby are some major international corporations that you might know from home. Companies such as Zeiss, Daimler, Siemens, Bosch, Porsche, Adidas, SAP, and more are located nearby. If you're looking to start your career here in Germany or in Europe, we're a great place to begin your search. The KIT is a well-known and established university. The KIT is also well-known for the employability of its students. So once again, to stress, if you're looking for a job here in Germany, we're a great place to take a look and to begin your studies with. Our program for the Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering is going to be 3 years, 6 semesters total. Now, if you are an EU student, so the tuition fees are going to be 7,000 euros with an additional 1,000, with a 151 euros for the student ID card. If you are a non-EU student, you will have to pay an additional 1,500. So your tuition fees in total are going to be 8,651, also including the student ID. The program is taught fully in English. No German language skills are needed to apply. When you complete your studies, you will receive a Bachelor's of Science with 180 credits from the KIT. With this, you can go on to study your master's here in Germany or in other countries abroad. Our team will assist you in looking for master's positions. Our program begins in October of every year. If you wish to do the preparatory course, the preparatory course begins in August. The application period is from December of every year, and it remains active until April 30th. You may apply online, but your materials must be submitted by April 30th. Deadlines at the KIT are a very serious thing. They have to be done by then. Hope this helps. Our program in the 3 years, 6 semesters covers quite a lot. Let's take a look at what we have for you. The pre-semester is the preparatory course. It is optional for people with direct admission. With indirect, it is mandatory, but it will allow you to proceed with your studies at the KIT. In your intermediate studies, starting in October, you'll have during your first around 3 semesters your introduction to the field of mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering is one of the widest areas of engineering. That means that you'll have a lot of different subjects inside your core curriculum for you to get the basics of what all engineers need to know. You'll have classes like advanced mathematics, material science, so applied chemistry. You'll also have physics, wave and quantum physics as well. Mechanical design, you'll learn how to draft by hand and also on the computer. You'll have classes such as computer science, where you will learn a computer programming language such as C or Java. And in your later semesters, you'll go into an area of specialization. Now, the KIT and our English taught program has 3 areas of specialization you can choose from. Global Production Engineering is a great program if you're interested in things such as mass production or factory management. You'll learn how to design your own products, manufacture them in factories that you own and operate, and ship the products around the world. Great for people who want to get into the business side of engineering. We also have automotive engineering. The KIT has the longest standing tradition of automotive engineering technology in the world. If you would like to know more about KIT and automobiles, well, we're the car school. So if you like to study automotive, one of our most popular specializations in mechanical engineering is automotive engineering. Learn all about the design of automobiles and also learn about additional things that have to be factored in when manufacturing automobiles, such as machine dynamics, ride comfort, acoustics, and more. If you want to work in the automobile industry, automotive engineering as a specialization will open that door for you. Finally, our third specialization is energy engineering. If you want to save the environment, save the world, learn more about renewable energies options. Also learn about power grid management and about heat mass transfer and technical combustion in our energy engineering specialization. You can choose 2 specializations in your final year of study. Afterwards, you'll be able to complete a bachelor's thesis, either in the research facilities at the KIT or in the industry. We will help you find an industry partner or find an academic at the KIT to help you write your bachelor's thesis final paper. Now, once you've completed your studies, you can go on to do your master's, or you can go on to work in the industry. Your study program is not only going to be 6 semesters of pure theoretical classes. You'll also have additional supplementary courses to prepare you for the job market and prepare you for your future. You'll have technical English classes and also German language classes. We have A1 level German all the way up to C1 level German available upon request. You'll also have courses in things such as intercultural communication, which is important because our program is almost 90% international students. And you'll also have classes in presentation skills, which is very important for Germany because for most of your classes, you will be holding presentations in front of the class. We'll get your public speaking skills up to par very quickly. So that's just an overview of what to expect in the study program for the Bachelor of Science Mechanical Engineering International program. Now, if you're looking to apply to us, you'll apply to the KIT's application portal for the Bachelor of Science Mechanical Engineering International Study Program. You have from December until April 30th to begin your applications. The admission decisions will be sent out at around mid-May, and you have May, June, and a little bit afterwards in order to decide if you want to study with us. You may then proceed to join us for a series of informative webinars in order to help prepare you for your arrival here in Karlsruhe. We would love to have you join us here. And our freshman orientation days will make sure you arrive on campus and you're able to get ready to focus on your studies and having a great time in Karlsruhe. Our application requirements are, we need a school leaving certificate. If you don't have that yet, you can submit your transcript of records. We do require the SAT generally with a score of 1,200 points. For this year, the SAT has been waived as an admission requirement. You do not need the SAT for this current semester application period. We require proof of English language proficiency, either the TOEFL, the IELTS, UniCert, or the IB with a standard level or higher level in English. If English has been the medium of instruction for your entire high school education, you can submit a declaration of English language proficiency form as found on our website, and that will waive you from any English language testing obligations. So no TOEFL or IELTS if you've had your high school in English. Convenient. Additionally, we want to see excellent grades in math and physics. Specifically, we want to see math and physics in the last 2 years of your schooling. We want to have a letter of motivation, around 1 to 2 pages, showing your motivation and your interest in studying the Mechanical Engineering International program and a little bit about yourself. If you're applying with international programs, you have to have something like the HCB. We look for a minimum score in the German grading system of a 2.8 or above. For example, if you're applying with the IB, you need to have a specific combination for direct or indirect entry. These are the 2 options available to you. We require specific subjects. If you want to know more about your school certificate and how it will be accepted for the HCB in Germany, always reach out to me and I'll gladly provide you with assistance and support. Now, if you receive direct or indirect admission, this does not matter about the quality of your application. This is just what we're allowed to offer you. If you have indirect admission, you have to attend a pre-semester preparatory course. If you have direct admission, it is not mandatory to attend, but it is highly recommended. The pre-semester course is 8 weeks. It starts in August before the beginning of the semester, and you'll have a refresher in the subjects of English, math, chemistry, and physics. At the end of the pre-semester course, you'll have an examination. If you pass this examination, you'll immediately go on to study at the KIT in the subject of mechanical engineering. The pre-semester course is not only studies, there's a lot of social activities as well. As you can see here, we have social activities for many different things. For example, we had a rope course, we had a German barbecue evening, and you got to live on campus with your colleagues and get a head start to getting to know the city of Karlsruhe. If you're not yet ready to apply to German universities, we do have here some summer school programs. The summer school programs are going quickly, so you still might be able to get on the wait list. It's a great way for you to see what it's like living, studying in Germany before you begin with your application. Always recommend taking a look at a summer program and summer options. Now, student life in Karlsruhe is very diverse. We have a lot of student life opportunities and options for you. If you want to take a look at some of the things that we have on campus, we have a student Formula One racing team. We also have a lot of student sports, clubs, and activities. Additionally, with our location for on-campus housing here in the middle of the city, you will be able to take advantage of what the city of Karlsruhe has to offer. For example, we often have at the same time festivals such as 𝘗𝘠𝘪𝑚𝑒𝑒𝑛, which go straight through the heart of the city. You'll be able to participate in that as well. So you'll get a taste of German local culture. Directly in front of our campus is where they build up the German Christmas markets in the winter. So you'll be able to experience the German Christmas time scene directly in front of your house. So very convenient. All right. So if you guys have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them in the chat. And if you have any questions that I was unable to get to, I would like to point out that my email address is listed here in the chat. Thank you very much, Georgie. I would love to answer any questions you might have. Hope to hear from you. And I guess I'll pass it off to the next university.
Thank you very much, Alan. Sorry once again for the
no problem.
Yeah, very impressive presentation. Thank you very much. And there are some questions, but I will not address them right now. But if you would like to, feel free to address them already in the Q&A because there are a couple of them for you. Thank you very much once again, and let's move forward. Let me share with you my screen. And yes, so we are moving further to the south and a bit to the east. So we are in Rosenheim. We have our guest from Rosenheim Technical University of Applied Sciences, Ms. Franziska Wohlfart, and she will also talk about International Bachelor of Engineering. And let me invite her to the floor.
Yeah, so hello, everybody. My name is Franziska, and today I'm going to tell you a bit more about our university, about Rosenheim Technical University of Applied Sciences, and our study program, the International Bachelor of Engineering. So let me first tell you a bit about life in Rosenheim. So as you can see on the map, Rosenheim is in the southeast of Germany. It's in a state called Bavaria, and we're 30 minutes away from the state capital of Munich. Munich has the Oktoberfest, you've probably heard of it, and you can of course visit it in September and October. But we're also very close to Austria, to Italy, and to Switzerland. So you've got the possibility or the opportunity to travel as well. And in 2018, Rosenheim was #1 in Germany for business startups. We've got about 140,000 professionals working in more than 4,000 businesses in Rosenheim. And as you can see on the pictures, Rosenheim is quite the quaint little town with a beautiful inner city. And we've got lots of lakes and mountains in the vicinity where you can go skiing, for example, in the winter, or hiking in the summer. So there's lots to do in Rosenheim and the surroundings. Because the International Bachelor of Engineering isn't just located in Rosenheim, but also in Burghausen, one of our other campuses. And Burghausen's got the world's largest castle, which you can see here on the pictures. And Burghausen is also where the so-called Chem Delta Bavaria is located, because there are lots of chemical industry factories in the vicinity of Burghausen. And yeah, there are businesses with up to 8,000 employees, like Wacker, for example. And yeah, we've got Burghausen has got about 20,000 direct employees, so that's 50% of the Bavarian chemical workforce. And the number of registered patents doubles the national average. So there's quite a lot of industry in both Rosenheim and Burghausen. And now to Rosenheim Technical University of Applied Sciences, or TH Rosenheim, as we in Germany call it. We've got 4 locations, with 2 of them being Rosenheim and Burghausen. And we've got about 6,500 students, 180 professors, 270 lecturers, and about 600 employees. We've got 10 faculties with 33 bachelor's degree programs and 13 master's degree programs. And our 5 core areas are business, technology, design, health, and social sciences. Some things that are good to know is that the cost of living aren't that high in comparison to other bigger cities in Germany. So the cost of living in Rosenheim are about 850 euros per month. So that's not as high as some other cities in Germany. And we've got no tuition fees. That means you don't, yeah, as I said before, you don't have to pay any tuition fees. You just have to pay a small semester student union contribution of about 75 euros per semester. Now to the International Bachelor of Engineering. The International Bachelor of Engineering is one of our brand new study programs. It's going to start each summer semester from March next year onwards. Its program language is both English and German, and you've got 8 semesters, including 1 practical semester. The first 3 semesters are going to be taught in English, and you've got integrated German language classes to improve your German language skills, and a common first semester in engineering fundamentals such as maths or physics. And after the 3 semesters in English, you're going to change into the main study course, which is taught in German, and you're going to study with the other German students. The requirements for the International Bachelor of Engineering are that you'll have to have a German level of A2 and an English level of B2, and a higher education entrance qualification that is recognized in Germany. But you're going to have to apply to UniAssist first with the higher education entrance qualification, because UniAssist is going to check your higher education entrance qualification if it's recognized in Germany. Then we've got about 9 different engineering specializations at both Campus Rosenheim and Campus Burghausen. And at Campus Rosenheim, you can choose from electrical engineering and information technology, sustainable polymer engineering, mechanical engineering, which is why we're here today, mechatronics, medical technology, and energy and building technology. Sorry. And at Campus Burghausen, you can choose from chemical engineering, chemtronics, or environmental technology. And you don't have to pick a specialization right on, because you can still change your specialization at Campus Rosenheim after the first semester, and at Campus Burghausen after the second semester. So now here we've got the general course structure of the International Bachelor of Engineering. So here you can see the basic studies, with engineering fundamentals taught in English, and the integrated German language classes for you to improve your German language skills up to level B2 C1. So you can seamlessly change into the main study course after the 3rd semester, with a practical semester in the 6th semester. And here we've got a draft study plan of mechanical engineering. So as I said before, here we've got the the 3 basic semesters, which are taught in English, with engineering fundamentals, such as chemistry, physics, mathematics, and then here the 4th semester with the change into the main study course and the internship in the 6th semester, and your bachelor's thesis in the 8th semester. Now to the Faculty of Engineering at Campus Rosenheim. The Faculty of sorry, my voice isn't the best today, but I hope I can make it through. The Faculty of Engineering at Campus Rosenheim is marked by outstanding practical orientation and quality. We've got 29 professors, 40 staff members, and many lecturers from all areas of industry and business. And because we're a University of Applied Sciences, one of our key focuses is the practical and hands-on approach to studies. And all our professors had to have some experience in the world of work. So they had to work in a field of industry in order to be a professor at our university. And we've got 23 laboratories to help students deepen their theoretical knowledge in a practical setting. So once again, it's all about the hands-on and practical approach to studying. The Faculty of Engineering at Campus Burghausen has got 8 professors and various lecturers, a teaching staff, and a laboratory team. The 6 laboratories ensure outstanding practically oriented education of the faculty's approximately 350 students. And once again, we've got the practical application of theory through the close contact and networking with local companies such as Wacker. And there are follow-up master studies available as well. So just to sum up, we've got come study with us, because we don't have any tuition fees. You're gonna have some German language courses during your studies, and you can pick your specialization later on. We've got a very practical approach to learning and first-rate connections to the industry, and dual studies are possible as well. Bless you. Now to our industry partners. And we've got some industry partners as well in the surrounding area of Rosenheim and Burghausen, because our industry partners support students with internships and vacation jobs and the writing of a bachelor's thesis in cooperation with the industry. And our partner network is ever growing. And but as of now, we've got partners such as Wacker and BASF, but also partners which are more on the regional side of things, such as 𝘗𝘢𝘪𝘆𝑚 and 𝘗𝘠𝑪, which are very regional and located in Rosenheim and Burghausen. Now to the application procedure and important dates. If you want to apply for the International Bachelor of Engineering, you have to apply from the 15th of November this year until the 15th of January next year. And you just have to go to our application portal and upload all the important documents there. And then we're going to check your application, and then you're going to be admitted and you can enroll at TH Rosenheim. Our summer semesters normally start on the 15th of March and last until the 31st of July. We've also got a welcome week for international students before the start of the semester, with events and get-togethers and a campus tour for you to get to know the campus, but also, and probably more importantly, get to know each other. Now, how can you finance your studies? The Bavarian state government awards semester term grants to international students, and there are also scholarships for studies in Burghausen, which you can apply to. We've got free career center services, such as workshops and coaching in English and German, and a job application check in English and German. And if you're looking for a job, we've got an exclusive online job board for students and matching and networking events, which aim at connecting you with our industry partners. Yeah, so now I'm your personal contact for the International Bachelor of Engineering. My name is Franziska and I'm the study coordinator. So please, if you have any more questions, just drop them in the chat or contact me with my email address. I've also got office hours and we can make a Zoom meeting. And we've got online info sessions on our international programs and on the International Bachelor of Engineering as well, in which you can meet a professor and they're going to tell you a bit more about the technical side of things and the study side of things of the International Bachelor of Engineering. Our next info session is on Monday, the 9th of May at 10:30 a.m. And you can register on this link. Okay, so thank you for your attention, and hopefully see you soon at Rosenheim. And if you have any more questions, just drop them in the chat, or we'll be happy to answer them once we're in the Q&A session.
Yeah, thank you very much, Franziska, for this presentation. You actually answered lots of questions with it because you touched on, lots of important points. Thank you very much to everyone. Yeah, this is a really difficult situation because you can, by the way, all turn on cameras if you would like to, because you all did a great job in the Q&A chat. So it was difficult to find some questions that are still left unanswered. But there's still three questions that I would like to address to you. And they're general ones to all of you actually together. So the first question is about the deadline. You all mentioned very clearly the deadlines, of course, but there's one question that usually happens. Also, we've come across this, that there are sometimes different deadlines because of the visa issues for non-EU students and EU students. So is it the same deadline for everyone in your cases, or the deadlines are different? Let's start maybe with Franziska, who has just finished her presentation.
So for us, it's the same deadline.
Okay.
So it's the 15th of January, but that gives you about 2 months to apply. And if you apply from very early on, so from the 15th of November, then you should have enough time to get everything on time to arrive in March. Okay,
great to know. Thank you very much. Okay, then Rhine-Waal, anyone from your side would like to answer?
Yeah, I can do that. For us, the same. So we have a general deadline, and it's given on our admission requirement and enrollment information page.
Okay, great. Good to know. Thank you very much. And Alan?
If you're applying to the Karlsruhe School of Engineering, the application deadline is April 30th for everyone flat. Done.
Okay. Complete equality we have here. Thank you very much for your answers, everyone. Let's move to the second question. The second question is about transferring. So it's a bit tricky. So the person is doing already Bachelor, but she asked whether it's possible to transfer from a university from in another country to one of your programs, and at the same time without losing a year. So let's start maybe now with Alan.
Yes, it is possible to transfer. If you don't meet the requirements for direct entry, it is possible to study for 1 year at a foreign university and immediately receive direct entry. Also, if you do ECTS credits at another university, you can transfer them into the Mechanical Engineering International Study Program.
Great, thank you very much. Ms. Doris or Professor Kisters, any one of you?
Okay, the answer for us would be it depends. So I would recommend to contact our student advisory service. They can help with the specifics because it really depends which country, what have you done before. So in this case, I would very much recommend to ask our very helpful colleagues.
Yeah, fair enough. Thanks a lot. And Franziska or Florian?
Normally it should be possible to transfer, but as the International Bachelor of Engineering is brand new and hasn't even started yet, it probably won't be possible, because you just have to start in the first semester, because there isn't a second semester yet.
Yeah,
so you just
fair enough.
yeah. So
Okay.
you just have to apply for the one and only first semester.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Thank you very much for sharing that. And last but not least, there's also a question about internship. So the person wants to know if he wants to do internships or internship while studying at one of your programs. So will he receive any kind of support in terms of finding internship from your side, or he has to do it all alone? Let's start maybe now with Ms. Doris or Professor Kisters.
Yeah, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yes, certainly there's support. All the professors have their network, and hence they try to support the students to find the right internship for what they would like to see. Certainly it will not always be the first choice of what the students would like to have, but we try to support it as much as possible, and we also try to establish some programs to get in a close cooperation with companies over the long term. Yeah, not an individual let's say finding of internships, but a kind of cooperation where there are 10 internships in a row, for example. Yeah, things like that happen.
Yeah, thank you very much. Florian or Franziska, any one of you?
Okay, then it's me. Yes, of course, you're gonna get help in finding internships, because yeah, as I said in my presentation, we've got a job market, a online job market, in which you can look for internships or vacation jobs, or something like that. And we've got in September, no, yeah, in April and May, we've got job fairs in which some companies in the region are gonna come to our campuses and introduce themselves. You can talk to them and maybe score an internship there. So there's going to be lots of help. And as I said before, again, our professors have close ties and contacts with the industry. So they're going to be of help as well. You just have to maybe write them a mail. But yeah, there's lots of help.
Great, thanks a lot. And Alan?
Well, as a part of the Karl Benz School of Engineering's program, we have 3 SMART projects. The SMART Factory will put you directly together with an industry partner, such as Daimler, Zeiss, or Bosch, and you will be able to work on a project accompanying your studies that is directly related to the field of your interest. We also have our Smart Science, where you will be able to work in a research project guided by one of the institutes at the KIT. You will be able to work in a student research position and also present your materials at the end of the project. We also have, for those who are innovators and people who want to go their own way, the Smart Co-op project. In this program, you will be able to design your own idea and bring it to life with support from the KIT and the institutes, who will be able to provide you with research and materials in order to start with your own projects and ideas for scientific discovery and innovation. So you can have one of these 3 innovative ideas and bring your internship experience to life with that.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Alan. And yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for these wonderful presentations, being so active in the Q&A and during the live session as well, a live Q&A session as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed. I was sure that it was going to be really interesting webinar, and thanks for all those who joined us, all the students for being so active. Yeah, actually, all of the questions have been answered, because during your presentation, and now these were the key 3 questions I wanted to ask. But of course, if students have more questions, particular questions to the programs, I would suggest them to get in touch with you, because all the contacts of our guests have been shared already. So you can get in touch with them. But if you have more general questions about studying in Germany, of course, you are free to also send us an email. Here you can see info@mygermanuniversity.com, or write us a message on Facebook or Instagram. So we are flexible and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, it will be also nice to hear some feedback from your side, dear guests, dear attendees, regarding today's webinar. So the direct links to the reviews are in the chat. You can send us feedback on Facebook or Google. And of course, we pay attention always and we react accordingly to your concerns. So that was all, I would say. Let's call it a day. Thank you very much, everyone. And I hope to see you on our future webinars as well. Thank you and have a good evening or good morning, good night, whatever where you are based right now. Bye-bye.